Hi, everyone. Welcome to STEAM for Tweens. I'm Miss Jennifer here at the Warrenton Library. In today's program, we're going to learn about how animals camouflage themselves to blend in with their environment through protective coloring. If you picked up a supply bag, you'll have everything you need for the activity. If you didn't get a bag, you will also need markers, white paper, printer paper, construction paper, whatever you have, a piece of cardstock or heavier weight paper like poster board, and optionally, white air dry clay. Camouflage or protective coloring is the way an animal can blend into its environment. This helps them escape predators or hunt more efficiently by being harder to see so they can sneak up on their food. Animals use their shape, coloring, and pattern, combined with the lighting and landscape of their habitat, to conceal themselves in the woods, savanna, Arctic, and every other biome. For example, many animals that live in snowy areas are white, like the Arctic fox. He blends right in, doesn't he? While animals that live near the ground may match the dirt and fallen leaves, like this toad. Those that live in plants and trees are often green, like this lizard. And animals that live near rocks may match the coloration of the rocks, like this fish. There are many different ways animals can blend in with their surroundings. We're going to explore 5 of them. Color matching is one of the most basic ways animals camouflage themselves. They're able to blend in simply by resembling the color of their surroundings, like these birds who blend in with the plants in their environment. Disruptive coloration is when an animal has a patterned coloring like spots or stripes that make it hard to see its outline, like on this leopard. Sometimes animals and insects use what's available in the environment around them to blend in. This is called self-decoration. For example, they may let moss grow on their shell or attach seashells to their body to conceal themselves, like with these turtles. They've let moss grow on their backs to blend into their environment. Some animals can change their colors and patterns to help them blend in with their surroundings. Animals such as octopuses and chameleons can change their appearance quickly. Other animals change color with the season. This seasonal variation helps them blend in with the environment at different times throughout the year. This is called active camouflage. There's our octopus. Mimesis, which means imitation or representation, is when an animal basically wears a disguise. It appears to be something it is not. Their coloration and shape make them like an object in their environment that predators wouldn't be interested in, like leaves or twigs. So we have an insect here that looks just like a leaf. And one that looks like a twig. Another method of camouflage is mimicry. Mimicry is coloration in a prey animal that is similar to another animal that is either dangerous, bad tasting, or poisonous to predators. For example, the owl butterfly has large spots that look like an owl's bird eye. You can learn more about mimicry in another of our STEAM for Tweens called All Together Now, which covers symbiotic relationships in animals and is still available on the library's YouTube page for on-demand viewing. Animals gain helpful traits like camouflage through a process called natural selection. If an animal happens to be born with such a trait, it is more likely than others to survive. It therefore has a better chance of having offspring. If the animal passes on the trait, the offspring too will have a better chance to survive. They can pass on the marking or coloring to their own offspring. After many generations, the entire population has this useful trait. Now, if you've picked up a supply bag, we provided you with materials to make several different examples of animal camouflage. We're going to demonstrate that an animal placed on a background similar to its coloration will be more difficult to see, especially from a distance. So you received a pattern, if you picked up a bag, for a snake, turtle, or butterfly to camouflage in your bag. If you didn't get a bag or you want to strike out on your own, you can draw the outline of any animal on a piece of paper and make a different template for yourself. Then choose a pattern and color your animal with the pattern. Depending on your animal, you may want to research the coloring of your animal and their environment to use for inspiration. Next, you will color the same pattern you used on your animal on a full sheet of blank paper. This will be the background that your animal will blend into. Cut out your animal and position it on your background however you like. If you'd like, you can glue or tape your animal in place. And I have some examples here that our teen volunteers made this summer. I'm very appreciative for their help, so thank you very much. We have a turtle here that can blend in to his turtle background. We have a butterfly here that can blend into a butterfly background. And we have a couple more that we're going to talk about next. These were real animals with realistic camouflage patterns. But for our second activity, you can take the provided lizard, or again, draw your own, but this time give it a unique pattern so that your animal blends in with an unusual type of environment. If you are drawing your own lizard, be sure to use a piece of cardstock or heavier weight paper like poster board. Then color a piece of paper with any type of background for the animal to blend into, with any pattern, as long as it is somewhere it would not normally be found. Use your bedspread, wallpaper, backpack, or any design as inspiration. Cut out your lizard and then turn it into a lizard that can stand on his own. So we have a background here, again created by one of our teen volunteers, and our lizard to blend in. So you can bend your lizard along the middle, create like a little tent ridge down the center, and then you can bend out the feet so they're able to lie flat. You can sort of see there, that's a good angle. So they're able to lie flat on a piece of paper, your background, and it can stand on its own. And then you can create more of a 3D display. And you can be as creative as you want with this one. So we've made one realistic picture and one unique, fantastical picture. And lastly, we're really going 3D with air dry clay. You can start by drawing a pattern on some paper and color it in with markers, either the ones that we provided or your own. So here we have a lily pad. That's not showing up very well on the camera. There we go. We needed it to balance there. Okay, so we have a lily pad. So you might think our animal might be an animal that lives on a lily pad. So we had our teen volunteer turn the clay into a little froggy guy to live on the lily pad. So you can keep your pattern pretty simple since you'll be copying it onto some clay. In this case, it was just a solid green background with some white googly eyes there. You can try and make more than one critter out of your clay. In our case, we had two. So let me show you our teen's second go at it. In this case, we have some flowers and a little garden snake to blend in. You'll need to allow your clay to dry overnight, and once it is dry, use markers to draw the pattern you drew on your paper onto your critter. There's a chance that markers won't draw on your clay. Our teen had a hard time with the markers, so we're also giving you a little bit of paint and a paintbrush that might work better for you. Those of you who are doing this at home, you might need to find some paint if the markers that you have don't work very well on the clay. But you can create any sort of critter out of paper, out of clay, 3D, 2D, however you like to explore character, creature camouflage. And I hope that you enjoyed today's program. Come by the library to check out these books featuring more information about animal camouflage. We're taking the month of December off, but we'll be back in the new year with a brand new STEAM for Tweens. In the meantime, head over to our website, fauquierlibrary.org. Go to the Research and Learn button. Oh, this book was not supposed to be in the mix, and it is a hint as to what we are doing in January. So now you have a little sneak peek. That will be coming up in the new year. But like I said, head over to the website fauquierlibrary.org, go to the Research and Learn button, select Research Databases, and filter by the category Science, Math, and Environment. There you'll find Science Online, a resource featuring articles, videos, experiments, and activities to enjoy on a range of scientific topics. Thanks for watching.